analyzed it. Basically, it comes down to the wow signal, even though it came from the Sagittarius system, like in the sky and everything, where 3i Atlas came in and where the signal came from, there was like a 51-degree difference. Conclusion that they are not related. It's going to be either one of two things. 3i Atlas is either an actual asteroid, comet, that that the ancients actually knew about, because they supposedly there was some stuff out there, the Sumerians or someone. I'm thinking it could be the Vogons.
The next day is the 19th of December.
I'm thinking the Vogons are coming through here. They're just kind of getting some surveys before they destroy the planet Earth.
You can't fly if spacecraft is wearing one of those big masks they make.
Well, not the Gogons, the Vogons.
Vogon.
Vogon.
Are those the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy guys?
Yeah.
They, like we've said before, they took that notice behind some files that they're going to destroy the Earth to make way for the intergalactic freeway. We've had plenty of time to move.
Millions of years.
Millions.
They posted it in Andromeda. It's not our fault we didn't go out there and read the post.
Right.
So,
are you ready to start this? Are you ready to start this thing?
My sweet hell.
ready to free fall.
All right. Welcome to the Mystic Podcast, where we have JC and Tommy Nine Toes in the house. Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I had a pretty good Thanksgiving. I ate a lot of turkey.
Can you hear me? Am I hearable?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
Who is that?
Well, I don't have my headphones on. I could put those on.
I mean, we hear you fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I could probably hear you fine.
Good. Because I was screaming at you earlier, JC, so that wouldn't equate to can you hear me if I'm talking?
He's used to it.
Yeah, everybody does that.
Rah! So you guys have a good Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
On Thursday? Did you do Thursday Thanksgiving? We did ours on Saturday.
We did ours Thursday. We went over Sarah and Joe's and ate a bunch of turkey, watched the Chiefs get screwed over by the referees.
Cool. Yeah.
I had a few things to say, and then I said I needed to go home. I was done.
Yeah.
I was angry.
What about you, JC?
Well, everybody went out of town, so I just made a pot roast and called it a day.
So, like, you've been home all week?
Yeah.
And they've been out of town?
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't want to put the dog up for that long. It costs too much, so I just stick around with the dog, then go visit everybody.
That sounds like it was fabulous.
It's not too bad. It's quiet.
Yes, I'm like, oh, man. It's like at first you want to feel sorry for you, but then you start thinking, oh, maybe that would be okay.
It's not terrible.
Not terrible.
I just heard something bang.
Uh-oh.
I think we're cool.
What, are you having an earthquake?
No, it's really windy, and I got a lot of trees in the back here, and it's like we've had huge limbs break off these trees.
Oh yeah, you got to have them cut up. You got to have them.
Yeah, call
trimmed.
someone to come out here with a chainsaw and cut them up and take them away.
Yeah, I got a big walnut tree I need cut down. If anybody wants to cut it down for free. The problem is it's surrounded by power lines.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've got these trees. I don't want to cut. I don't want to.
And I always thought the electric company took care of that.
They used to. They stopped doing that.
I have an awesome shade in the backyard. The backyard is shaded so well.
Power company used to show up once in a while and trim them, but they quit doing that. Now they won't touch it unless it's on like contacting a line.
Because I've got some trees out there that need to be handled with before they become a problem. All right, let's get on task.
All right.
Hey, I just thought I have this website that I have. It's like on my favorites list. It's one I go to all the time. And what it does is compile esoteric, metaphysical, paranormal, whatever you want to say.
Give him a shameless plug.
Yeah. I'll give them a shameless. They've done nothing for me. There's no reason for me to plug them. But it's unexplained dash, and the dash is important. Unexplained-mysteries.com.
There you go.
All right. So I thought we would just go down the list and see what's happening today.
All right.
So is there a particular, let's see, space and astronomy. Do we care about space and astronomy? Right now, it's all about Mars. It's all about 3i Atlas. So on the 25th, they wrote an article about this is what would happen if a 100 billion ton black hole hit you.
Short article.
Wow.
Splat.
So Avi, how'd you say his last name?
Loeb.
Loeb.
L-O-E-B.
Yeah. On the 24th, he said that 3i Atlas may be delivering alien probes to Jupiter.
You know, I watched a pretty interesting thing about Jupiter this morning. It was like on Facebook Reels. There's like I don't know. I get these. They just tell you facts about stuff. You know, these are everything that they tell you is scientifically. You know, you can look them up and verify.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what we don't know much about Jupiter for as long as we've known Jupiter. But like it's composed. You know what it composes of. I guess it's like the clouds that we see is like just a small portion of the planet. Then when you go down just a little bit, all the hydrogen and the different chemicals compress. And I guess its core is basically liquid metal. Literally. I mean, it's just a huge, and it's like the core itself is like, I don't know how many times bigger than the Earth. It's like they compared a grape to a basketball. It was interesting, but you know.
Well, what he's saying, he still claims, and he this is the hill he's going to die on, that he has observed non-gravitational acceleration.
Yeah, well, if this don't pan out for him, nobody's going to listen to this dude ever again.
Ever again, and that's the truth. I don't know. And that 3i Atlas has placed itself on a trajectory to reach Jupiter's hill radius sometime March 16th.
Well, if it did change direction again, that's what, the third time that it's supposed to have?
Well, see, and that's what I'm saying. But it's like, do we know it did? It's like you can't trust anything you hear.
I know. I mean, even if like Harvard and NASA got together and said, "Oh, we think it changed direction," it's like it's so far away and so tiny. Do you really know that?
I don't know.
What's that new telescope they got?
I don't care about their stupid telescope. I mean, that thing is so far away, and no matter what you look at it with, it's going to be so small. Whatever measurements you have can't be that accurate.
Yeah. So here's a good one. This came out on the 24th by Dan Farah. Presidential reveal of alien life, only a matter of time. That's breaking news.
Only a matter of time.
Only a matter of time. But no, here's the... and we're not going to go political with this. We're going to keep it on the...
That's fine.
Paranormal side. But Marjorie Taylor Greene tells Bill Maher aliens may be demons.
Did she put him in charge of the space lasers?
So she did what now? She's going to tell Bill Maher what?
She did. She got on and she said aliens may be demons.
Well,
and if I'm not incorrect, I believe Mr. Vance has also made that same statement.
If you can't see the correlation between...
In fact, he did. Here it is.
Yeah. If you can't see the correlation between religion and ancient astronaut theory, you just don't want to.
Right. There's a huge difference between the ancient astronaut theory and religion. And the thing is, it's like...
Yeah.
That is, to me, that is them trying to play on... playing to their party. That's a kind of a party politics.
You think that's
That-
it?
I think
you've got
you-
the
I think you
hardcore
took-
Christians, and if they're like, oh, they're trying to keep us from these demons.
I think you took it. You took what I said the wrong way. I think if you can't see that it's the same thing, you don't want to see that it's the same thing.
I understand now. I understood you before. But
Yeah, like religion. Religion is the ancient astronaut theory. It's symbolic of it. And if you can't see it,
Yeah.
if you can't see it, you're not looking.
I mean, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
I don't. The
But
thing is,
I
though,
don't
with
see any
demons,
really. Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't-
It's just because ancient people saw something they didn't understand. The ones that did good things, they called them angels. The one that did bad things they didn't like, they called them demons.
Well,
Yeah.
true. I can go with that. But the thing is,
Ah.
I don't know. I think at this point in our evolution, in our as we become more conscious of what's going on around us compared to then, I don't calling an alien, an extraterrestrial alien a demon. I mean, it could be. Who knows?
Here's the thing: the word demon is Latin from daemon, daemon. Yeah, and it's not even an evil entity. It's not even evil. It's not even bad. They took that word like they do everything else. Here, I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it used to mean.
Like in the first chapter of the Bible, I think the first evidence that it's the same thing is when it says that God.
You just said Bible, which
Yeah, well,
to me makes it irrelevant.
Well, it's when God said they separated the earth from the waters. That's the same as Anu saying Enlil's in charge of the earth and sky, and Enki's in charge of the water. He separated them.
Okay, so it's Greek, like I told you, but the word means a divinity or a supernatural being,
which means divinity
of a
basically
nature
from
between
above.
gods and humans. So they're like demigods.
Which means basically gods come from the sky, which would be like anywhere, the only way an alien could get here.
Right. But they're not evil necessarily. They're not evil, but they're not evil either. So the fact that they took this word and said, this is this horned or a serpent, or look at this scary monster, this is a demon. Do you see the psyop that went on there?
Well, yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's all from the beginning of Christianity was
Yeah.
Constantine wanted to control his population.
So for her to stand there in 2025 and even speak the word in that context, it's like, how does information like this exist and people just ignore it?
They don't want to disrupt. They don't want to disrupt their way that things have always been for them.
Yeah, that's what I
The
agree
mainstream
with that.
science. I mean,
I agree with that.
sadly, ancient aliens, is considered a pseudoscience by most mainstream scientists. And that's the truth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
Agreed.
that's sad.
No, Bigfoot
because-
still is. Bigfoot still is.
Because it's like you start looking at some of the ruins and the sites, and you see these huge freaking, blocks of rock and stuff. And it's like, how the hell they move that?
I was going to see if it had. Let me search ancient aliens. Let's see if there's any news.
Because I mean, even today, those blocks are hard to move because of the weight.
Well, I did see where a guy made a pulley system with a counterweight, and he was able to move like a 1-ton rock with like one hand. But it was just floating the rock like right above the ground. I mean, you're not going to move them, hundreds of miles like that without it taking a year, or 5 years or something.
Nothing really new. Nothing
But
really
I mean,
new.
there's ways to move those things with not much effort, just not very far.
So SETI has this Noah's Ark. You guys hear about that? The Soviet Union, oft forgotten search for aliens back during the Cold War. Hang on here.
You're saying SETI, is that like the
SETI, S-E-T-I, yeah.
Yeah, the search for
SETI.
extraterrestrial intelligence.
SETI. Yeah. Let's see. Back during the Cold War, the USSR was involved in the search for signals sent by intelligent alien civilizations. So what they're telling us is, wow, it wasn't just SETI. SETI was global. International collaboration. Specifically between the U.S. and Russia, but also Czechoslovakia, Hungary, the UK, and Canada. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Well, I remember when they first put a thing on the internet, it was like a little program you could put on your computer, and you could monitor.
I remember that.
Yeah, you could monitor their signals and look for things on them.
I remember that because computers weren't that big, and they were like trying to get everybody to use their computer.
So that's probably why. I bet you they were doing that in all those other countries too. Like it was all over the place.
I remember that.
Trying to help everywhere.
That's crazy. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm sure you have this, Tom. You suffer from this. Bugonia. Bugonia. Bugonia.
It's where you have an irrational fear of the boogosphere.
Almost.
Oh, yeah.
It's close. It's close. When belief in aliens becomes an unhealthy obsession.
Yeah. There's all kinds of aliens.
Yeah, I met a guy named Pedro that wasn't from around here.
Right. There's a guy named
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Yard.
That was a joke.
I'm just playing. Just playing. Don't get mad at that.
Just a joke. Don't cancel me. Holy shit.
What the hell are you talking about? I didn't even hear what you said.
Didn't even hear it.
Slipped one by her.
Don't care. So interesting. I don't really know anybody who has an unhealthy obsession.
You know,
I mean, what's an unhealthy obsession? I guess if you can't work, or I don't know.
I guess if you're hiding in your basement because they're coming,
yeah,
tinfoil on your head,
can't sleep, paranoid of people,
huh?
See, you know, this is to keep the aliens getting me.
Well, there's a new theory. There is a new theory that proposes that aliens just simply can't be bothered visiting us.
Well, I mean, we don't have.
I said before, they probably flew by.
Yeah.
The only thing we have to offer an advanced civilization is
a new paper outlines a potential new explanation for why we have yet to make contact with an advanced alien race.
Have you seen the politics? I wouldn't come down here either.
I still say the only thing we have to offer an advanced civilization is a workforce that they can take for free.
Right.
Exactly.
University of Maryland's Dr. Robin Corbett. The reality may be that super advanced technology simply doesn't exist, and that alien civilizations may peak at technological level not much more advanced than our own.
Yeah, but it happened 12,000 years ago.
Yeah, I disagree with that. with that. I don't know. You know, what was that new physics? And none of that's going to be on here because that's articles about science. But the new theory proposes that the universe or everything, the quanta, is more simple. We complicate it. I wish I could remember where I saw that article.
Overthink something.
I think it was on that news thing that comes on when I open my browser, like whatever that is. But yeah, it was like, it's just so simple. And we are the ones that put everything in a box or formulated everything a certain way. And that's why.
All I know is I can stare at a wall for a good 20, 30 minutes and be content. So I don't know how I'm screwing things up.
If there's one thing people like, it's boxes and labels.
That's the truth.
Yep.
Isn't that the truth? All right, let's see. They used to have a ghost. Let's put ghosts in and see what we get. Because that was the one I always followed mostly because I was a ghost hunter at the time.
Get the ghost of Thanksgiving past.
Probably no new articles. Let's see. Here we go. October 22nd. Why are we still so obsessed with hunting for ghosts? Did you hear what I said? Why are we still so obsessed with hunting for ghosts?
What else are you going to do when there's nothing to do?
That's the first article that popped up.
Well,
I mean,
I kind of agree.
You could stare at a TV screen. You could take a nap, make a sandwich. I mean, there's other things you could do.
I think it's just entertainment.
Yeah, it's entertaining. I
think we all know it's there.
Yeah.
People get off on being scared. See, I don't get scared when I'm ghost hunting.
I don't either.
I haven't seen anything scary happen.
And even when I'm watching ghost hunting entertainment of various modalities, it doesn't scare me. I get startled or something from the jump scare.
But Zach, I'm not like, going, what was that?
Whatever.
Did you guys hear that?
And
who said that?
You guys need to watch CJ Faison. He is out for Zach's job. I'm here to tell you.
Well, Zach don't need it anymore.
See, and it's stuff like that when they try to sensationalize it.
That's entertainment, though.
But
but it's not scary. But people, in reality, though, people like being scared. So maybe
what I miss is taps going to someone's house, not a business, not a landmark,
museum,
and the guy goes, "I've seen X, Y, and Z. I don't understand. It's freaking me out. Help me out.
Yeah,
tell me what's going on."
Yeah, no, they don't do that
comes
anymore.
In there, they look at everything. 9 times out of 10, there's a logical explanation as to what they're seeing or what they're dealing with.
Yeah, like Grant used a fishing line to pull his own hood.
Well, the thing is, though, the best one I
saw. Simple explanations for what happened.
The best one I saw was the dude was out there and he was remodeling his house. And he had all these chemicals. He had Oh,
I remember that.
And it went into the air intake. And
I remember
he's just walking around the house,
paint thinners and shit.
Yeah, so he's walking through his house high and he's seeing stuff. They come in there and they're like, there's all these paint thinners here by the air intake.
Picked the wrong week to stop.
I think this guy is stoned.
Yeah, well, they were like, well, it's they've been in houses where the freaking electrical box, the freaking fuse box is letting off like 100 trillion whatever's of electromagnetic,
their meters are going off the charts. Like, well, okay.
My phone's charging from over here.
My K2 meter is going crazy next to this gray box.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. And when they first came out, I watched them too. I was religious with it.
Yeah, me too.
But as I went further down my path as a researcher and discovering and learning the things that my experiences, that's not what entertained me anymore. I want to see the flash dance. I know what real life is. I've done it. I want a song and dance. I want you to sing for your supper. If I want to, I can watch that type of ghost hunting anytime.
Zach Bagans.
Zach Bagans is a showman.
He had this episode one, of course, he got possessed.
You still bring that up, even though he hasn't done that in like at least 5 seasons.
He only had to do it once to never be forgiven.
And the thing is, and then they were in some old school or whatever, and my friend Jason.
I always like when he goes. He's got a headache, so he's like,
well,
try not to flex through my Ed Hardy t-shirt.
What I was saying though is Jason, Jason and everything, and he had a thing called a screaming head. And it's like a little bitty head, and you put your thumb, there's like 2 little things, you make the connection, and he goes, and they had this thing, they're going in this school, and things were getting thrown.
I remember
every time that little screaming head went off, these things would be thrown magically. It's like this is the biggest load of crap I've ever watched in my life.
Well, Taps ended up being that way too.
Well, yeah, but as long as it wasn't.
So what's your point?
At least Taps has a scientific method, and they got rid of the people that were causing that problem.
Yeah.
When
When they found out Grant was pulling hijinks, they ditched him.
Yeah. And the thing is, they corrected themselves. They didn't say, "Oh, hey, that's getting us ratings."
You know, I still watch him. Will always watch him. I appreciate the evidence that he does get. He's got a really good science guy on his team. We don't see him very much, but no, I can't remember what his name is. But it entertains me. It entertains me. If I want to walk around a house quiet, I'll do it. I don't need to watch somebody do it.
I got my own house. I can just walk around as quiet as I can practice walking quiet.
Yeah. I want give me a show. Entertain my ass. Freaking, I'm not watching TV not to be entertained.
Eh.
Do you know who Mr. Beast is?
Yes, unfortunately.
You know who he is?
Yeah, unfortunately.
He is the person with the most subscribers on YouTube, isn't he?
He also is guilty of crimes against humanity. That mother.
Who isn't?
He took, because he does these things where he'll like give prize money if people commit, like do these challenges he presents them. And he took this guy, and he's like, okay, you got to live in this little room, and it's going to be completely dark, and you only get what we give you, and you got to stay there for 30 days. And they didn't feed him for like a week. And then he wanted out. He's tearing holes in the wall, and they're like, you can't get out. Can't get out. And he's like, you said I could get out whenever I wanted. I don't want to do this anymore. And they're like, too bad, you're already here. And they kept him. And it's just bad. Like the whole thing's just bad. They like,
oh my God.
Yeah, they like tortured this guy, and because he tried to quit, they wouldn't give him the money afterward.
I had not heard about that.
Oh, you should look it up. He did. That might be one of the worst ones, but he's done other things that are pretty much
well. Here,
did he go to jail?
At least
that's the story as I understand.
He apparently spent 100 hours hunting for ghosts inside the Giza pyramids.
Yeah, he did do some videos in the.
Did he do that?
Yeah, he went down to the bottom, and there's a pool of water, and he was swimming around in it. And
this is interesting. Here you go. Brian Sterling Vet. Hang on, I'm trying to click on the article. Okay. Brian Sterling Vet. Who is he? Brian Sterling Vet. He's a veteran. Okay, all he is an old ghost. He's just like you and me. Brian Sterling Vet maintains that intelligent paranormal entities may actually have a lifespan. According to his findings, sightings of famous ghosts in allegedly haunted locations around the world are occurring less and less frequently. I would agree with that. Especially those that have been around for 100 years or more. I don't know. When all the data was considered, it was quite a shock to think that many of our once famous ghosts could be literally dying. You know, that it just popped in my brain. I've always thought past like Native Americans. It's like you never hear people seeing pirates anymore. They have legends, but you don't see them. You don't get ghost reportings. You don't get cavemen.
Maybe they moved on.
So is it like another cycle? So like you're at this level for 100 years, which is the level just from us, which makes it easier to, go back and forth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. But what if it's a situation where they're like, they can't seem to find the light, Maybe it's like the show Ghosts on TV.
Yeah.
And they haven't been sucked off yet.
Right. I love that show.
I do love that show so much.
You should watch the UK version too. It's good.
Oh, I bet. Have you ever watched that?
I used to think that. I don't anymore. I don't think that way. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't think that way anymore. Just understanding, or my belief rather, my understanding of how energy works and how us energetically as a soul would have to work in that way as well. The getting stuck part, I don't buy the getting stuck, the getting lost. I can't find the light part anymore.
Doesn't Einstein say that energy doesn't
you can't destroy it, or
you can't destroy it, it just gets redirected or something.
Right. And the whole getting lost or finding the light and that kind of thing, I don't know, man, that doesn't fit.
I mean, what the time me and you and JC were up there above the barbecue, and you said, how many people were, who's all here? Where are you guys from? They're like Detroit, Chicago.
Yeah, we used to be a train station.
Right. And then you said, why haven't you gone to the light? And after you said that place died.
Probably because they thought I was an idiot. Because there is no fucking light.
Yeah, screw this. There ain't no light. It's very dark here, Ripley.
It's like, what the fuck? She has no idea.
They said, oh, there's the light, and they went to it.
No, they didn't need some Yahoo off the street to tell them to look at the light. And that's
I'm hanging out in this barbecue shack. Back to Detroit.
Hey, I have videos of ITC work that I've done where it sounds like that is what is happening, but I would like to just go back over those and see if that's something else, because I also had videos of people saying things like, here we are back on Earth. So, I don't know.
The soul's immortal, right?
What?
The soul is supposed to be immortal.
Well, your energy.
Right. So basically, it's our soul. When we die, our soul goes into that spirit world. Into that spirit.
Mm-hmm.
We're up there on a different dimension.
Well,
I would say probably in between dimensions.
That's where it's all up for grabs. I think we know what we are. I think we've kind of clearly physics has established what we are. They're closing in on consciousness as we speak, but we can't seem to get the math right on what the next level is, because it appears to be all kinds of things. There's proof for all kinds of things, but it can't be everything, or can it? I don't know. That's what we have to learn.
Well, I tell you what, it's really fun to yell at people that call up for people that have passed away, and they want they're like, they didn't finish this bill or whatever. And I went off on them and told them if they wanted the money, they can contact the spirit world and talk to them and hope they get their money that way.
Oh, absolutely. When they called Mom about Uncle John, she gave him the address to the cemetery.
JC was on my phone when I got the call on the other phone. You remember that, JC?
I don't know.
Back when I was the property manager.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Why do ghosts wear clothes or sheets instead of appearing in the nude?
I don't think anybody has ever reported actually seeing a ghost wearing a sheet.
Yeah. I've never seen him wear a sheet.
I know. The craziest thing, I was at the cemetery and there was a guy with a sheet over his head on the other end of the cemetery. I was so scared.
See,
anything you'd be mistaken for the ghostly planet or something.
In 1863, George Cruikshank, he's the caricaturist. How do you say that word? Caricaturist. Or illustrator of the Dickens novels. Okay. He announced a discovery concerning the varied appearance of ghosts. It does not seem, and this is what he wrote in 1863, that anyone has ever thought of the gross absurdity and impossibility of there being such things as ghosts wearing apparel. Ghosts cannot, must not dare not, for decency's sake, appear without clothes. And as there can be no such thing as ghosts or spirits of clothes, why then it appears that ghosts never did appear and never can appear. What the fuck?
Hey, ZZ Top sang about a naked cowgirl floating across the ceiling. So,
oh really? Hey, one theory is that the observer dresses the ghosts.
The what?
The observer dresses the ghost.
I like to dress my ghost in a tuxedo T-shirt. So it's like, hey, I'm here to scare you, but I'm also here down to party.
Make mine wear hot pants.
Yeah.
Automatically through conscious process. So we see a ghost in its usual dress because that is the mental picture we have of the person. And this choice of garment is most likely to inspire recognition. So
well, see, that right there might be, we might have to get the group back together.
The band!
And we'll put the band, call Alex, we'll get back together, try to find some place that's going to have some potential, we'll see a ghost, and then we can all try to manifest the clothes or lack thereof the ghost will wear and see if we can do it.
And think about it. Do you ever recall? And now this will be interesting because you're men, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I want to see the ghost of Anna Nicole Smith.
You're straight men. But can you honestly tell me? I have, though. I just thought of it just the other night. Seen people in your dreams naked?
Oh, yeah.
See, according to this other guy named Lang, we do not see people naked as a rule in our dreams and hallucinations being waking dreams.
That's crap. I've been naked in my dreams, and I was just like, well, I guess I just got to go with it. Instead of feeling ashamed, I just go ahead and stand up in class. Like, I don't know what you guys want. Nobody said anything until now.
Didn't even notice.
I've been sitting here all morning.
That, though, appears to be, there are 1,000 other more articles, but the ghost news, Bigfoot, he is in the news.
He's naked.
Well,
he is naked.
In Missouri, sometimes I jog naked and I get mistaken.
We need to find somebody that reported a Bigfoot in a sheet.
In a sheet. So apparently the FBI have published a cryptid case file on its website.
Is the agent's name Fox Mulder?
No. It turns out that Bigfoot isn't just some fringe phenomenon. The Federal Bureau of Investigations itself once thought it's significant enough to maintain its own case file on the subject. And now that case file has now been made public.
Okay.
I thought you said it's not just a French subject. Like, why would Bigfoot be only French? And I was like, oh, French. Okay.
So actually, this has been around since the 70s. They just now let it go on the website.
What was that show that used to show up on like 41?
X-Files?
In Search of?
No, it was like a show. It's like a Boggy Bottom or something. And it was basically a documentary of this family.
Oh, the creature Boggy Creek or something about Boggy Creek. Yeah, that's a known Bigfoot event.
My thing. So, I guess
Legend of Boggy Creek, I think what it
was.
The
Legend of Boggy Creek, yeah. But after that, here recently, I guess these people who do Expedition Bigfoot or whatever, like got told to stop by the federal government.
We already talked about this
before. Chatter, but I don't know if I believe it. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm just going by what rumors I've seen.
Yeah, it's just rumors, but it's like I can find nothing that satisfies me saying that is true. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's not true or not. But
Bigfoot's JC's favorite topic.
Bigfoot?
Where was that? Where was that?
Yeah.
Bigfoot's your favorite topic?
I guess. I gotta think.
No.
Not especially.
Oh, here we go. On 3 days ago, a new poll was given to Americans on who believed in aliens, Bigfoot, Nessie, and more. What happened? Let's see.
I want to see Bigfoot. I could just go to my
by YouGov. This was conducted by YouGov. It indicated that 56% of us believe that aliens exist, while around 47% believe that we've already been visited by extraterrestrials. Around 30%. Okay, how are we doing the math here?
Well, they get 100 people, and they've
got 50% believe, 47% believe that we've been visited or they're here, and now we have 30% believe that UFOs are most likely to be alien in origin. Are they maybe taking that from that 100?
They're probably taking it from the 50.
It's just separate questions.
In addition, 35% believe that we will make formal contact by the year 2030. I think it'll be way before 2035. Aliens, give me more. Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. 28%, only 28% believe in Bigfoot. That's low to me. 23% believe in the Yeti. 22% believe in the Loch Ness Monster. And 16% believe in the Chupacabra.
Well, that's
just
because
surprisingly
the
low.
Loch Ness Monster stole their 350.
What? What?
Loch Ness Monster stole his 350.
That's what I noticed that this particular Girl Scout was about 12 stories tall and weighed about 13,000 pounds.
Stole my 350.
I am completely lost.
Apparently, you don't watch South Park.
I definitely do not. I definitely do
South
not.
Park was great.
There's a classic.
Nowadays, South Park's
Check this out. This was back in September. Some people who practice the Mormon religion believe
Latter-day Saints
believe that Bigfoot is the biblical Cain who killed Abel. I've heard this before, but I wasn't connected to Mormons. But I've heard this before.
Have you ever heard the Mormons tell them about about Jesus and everyone coming to Earth and everything? It's like they're all up on a spaceship.
No, I did know that.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that's how the plates were delivered to the guy's backyard or whatever.
But
by the aliens.
But the angel baloney.
You know what? I'm all for it. Hey, cool. But I've heard this though before. Not connected to Mormons. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know where in the Bible it says that Cain would still be alive. I don't see anything that.
Right.
I don't see anything that says that he's going to live forever. It says that no one's supposed to kill him, but that doesn't mean he won't die.
Oh. Furthermore, these writings allege Cain and Bigfoot are in fact the same. The idea seems to have stemmed from the story of Mormon leader David W. Patton, who claimed to have encountered a dark, hairy figure who told him he was an outcast who wandered the forest. There have also been other stories of such encounters, especially in Utah, where tales of wild men have circulated for centuries. While this idea isn't actually part of the official Mormon, so they're not teaching this in church.
Well, the wild men in Utah are probably skinwalkers.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's my problem with skinwalkers. I think we've got a couple of things happening and being jumped into a skinwalker like umbrella.
A skinwalker could be a reptilian.
It sounds similar to a Wendigo, really.
Skinwalkers, from what I understood, and this is things I've learned from indigenous people, were basically medicine men who, well, the rational play is who went crazy. Okay. But the spiritual theory is they elevated beyond this dimension in their spirituality, but you couldn't be a skinwalker without being a medicine man.
Speaking of skinwalker, this is now reminding me, because you're talking about skinwalkers and everything. The Skinwalker Ranch. What do you think about when they found the dire wolf's carcass? I mean, it still had hair and meat on it floating in the creek.
Do we know it was a dire wolf?
I mean, it could be a theatrical thing they set up, but I don't get that from this.
Or could it just be a really big wolf?
Well, the thing is, they forensic guy matched it directly to.
See, I haven't seen any of the new episodes.
Yeah,
they matched it.
They matched it directly to the jawbone of a dire wolf. It said it was a young dire wolf.
A young dire wolf. Interesting. Huh.
I just want to know when they're going to dig and, get the digging done. I feel like it's another, Oak Island kind of deal.
What they need to do is find out just what in the heck is inside that mesa.
I told you how they can do it. I said it back in season 1. They go up there, they plant some C4 or something, and just blow the topsoil off there and down to where they think that thing is.
God.
And then they can get eyes on what the hell it is.
Well, honestly, when you look at the front of that mesa, you can see a big area where it's collapsed. Like they blew something up and it fell in on itself. Like looks like it's been dug before, and the rocks, they buried it by just setting off some dynamite, and the rocks rolled down and filled in whatever they were looking for.
Well, they had a whole nother group just like them
before
them.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So
I would use an excavator or something, start digging off those rocks and digging into the mesa rather than going with a little thing up the.
Well, I mean, it's got to be hard to dig through it because the rock's so solid and huge, But there's no reason not to clear that rubble out of that big area. Like they could clear that out and see if there's anything there.
I mean,
do you guys watch Blind Frog Ranch?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I've seen that.
That one's interesting because that's another one I don't quite feel like they set up, and they actually seem to be getting somewhere.
Except for now, his dad got sick.
Well, they got to have drama,
and that's true. That's true.
Yeah, we can't go without the drama.
Drama sells.
Well, they seem like they might actually have something on their property if they can find it.
But it's not. There's not a lot of bells and whistles happening in that program. They are boots on the ground, shovels in their hand. They've got some excavators and stuff like that, but it's not a Skinwalker Ranch thing by any means. Interesting. There wasn't much on that. I looked up that. I don't know. There's lots of things going on in this world still. Organ transplant patients may inherit traits of the original donor. I knew that already.
I can't wait for someone to get a brain transplant.
Well, that's like those old movies where, somebody gets a heart transplant from a serial killer and then they start wanting to go around killing people.
Woman wakes up in a coffin just before she was due to be cremated.
Well, that's weird considering they do autopsies and cut out all your innards.
They don't always do autopsies.
They don't always prepare them.
Not if they're going to do that. No. And if she didn't have a viewing, I mean, if you're,
you don't really have to pump. You don't really have to pump.
Okay, so here was the scenario. 65-year-old woman who had been presumed dead. Okay, this happened in Thailand, by the way. Had been taken in a coffin to Wat Prokong Tom Temple on the outskirts of Bangkok.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
I just, it's my best Thai I can come up with. In Bangkok, Thailand, where she's going to be cremated. But as the story goes, the woman had been bedridden for 2 years, and her health had recently deteriorated to the point where she had seemingly stopped breathing for 2 days. Assuming that she had died, her brother attempted to take her to a hospital in Bangkok to donate her organs, but he was refused permission to do so because he didn't have a death certificate for her. So he then took her to the temple because it offered free cremations. But again, he was rejected. It was reportedly while he was discussing the issue with staff that the woman started knocking from inside of her coffin.
It sounds like maybe somebody slipped her too many Valiums and she's taking shallow breaths, and he's like, let's get this over with. Let's hurry up and get this over with before she does wear off.
Yeah. I saw her opening her eyes slightly and knocking on the side of the coffin. She must have been knocking for quite some time. The woman has been transferred to hospital for treatment. In a further surprising twist, the temple has even agreed to cover her medical expenses.
That's pretty cool.
Crazy.
Well, I wonder how much money she was worth.
Maybe not a cent.
That's the first thing that comes to my head. It's like this guy's trying to get her.
Somebody say, hey, she died. Somebody come check this out. He's just like, let's rush her down to the crematorium.
That's right.
Kim Kardashian
Uh-oh.
revives the Apollo moon landing conspiracy theory.
I don't think she did that. I think that's always been there.
Yeah.
I think she's re-brought it back up. Let's see. The topic came up behind the scenes while she was filming a new show with Sarah Paulson. I'm sending you a million articles with both Buzz Aldrin and the other one, Kardashian said.
The other one. The only other guy that ever went into space.
There was no scary moment because it didn't happen. It couldn't have been scary, but it wasn't because it didn't happen.
That statement's
yeah. She thinks it was fake. He says it's
fake.
He says Buzz Aldrin is saying it all the time now.
He what?
Buzz Aldrin is saying it all the time now. That's fake. Is that true?
He's hinted at it. I mean, like he's done interviews where it seems like he might be hinting at it didn't happen. But
do you think it happened?
I don't think he's ever outright said that it.
I thought he punched somebody out for coming up to him saying,
That's what I thought too.
They did. But then he'll make a statement out of nowhere.
No, Buzz Aldrin did not say the moon landing was a hoax.
Yeah. He'll make a statement out of nowhere in the middle of an interview that makes it sound like it's a denial of it, but it's just like a random statement in the middle of something and it's unrelated to anything. And they're like, there, he said it.
Yeah. That's what they were saying on yeah, he was doing something October 4th. He was on a stage. They were asking him something about the scariest moment of his journey. And that's when he said it didn't happen. So he didn't have a scariest moment. Yeah. It didn't happen. It could have been. Yeah, that's exactly it.
I mean, there are things about it that it's like, I don't know. But I mean,
here's the thing. And I said this before on a podcast a while back. I think it happened. Do I think we were shown what really happened? No, I think we were given a show.
Yeah.
And whether that show was filmed there or in New Zealand or wherever, but I think we were there. And I think we were not the only ones there.
I think we were there, and I'll tell you how I know is because just recently they had, I think the Chinese had a probe or something flying around the moon, and they took pictures of the American flag that was planted on the moon by Buzz Aldrin and Armstrong.
How hard is it now to just go to Grok and say, "Give me a picture of the flag on the moon"?
And that's the truth. That's the problem.
They never coughed up one before,
right?
And we had telescopes that could see the moon forever.
And that happened in 1969.
Yeah, and the same side of the moon is always facing the planet. Like they could have found it at any point. Anybody with a good telescope could have found it at any point. And nobody has ever found it. So
now it's futile. It's futile to even go into it. But no, some of the theories are interesting that, on the dark side of the moon, there's a lot going on.
Yeah. Well, China's over there building stuff, apparently.
Oh, really? It could be. I wouldn't doubt it.
It's the perfect spot for aliens to come and go, is on the dark side of the moon, because the dark side of the moon the moon doesn't rotate.
Well, China sent things there. I think they're building there.
So what happened to Mars? Is it just
the curiosity is waned?
Nothing now. It's like Mars. It's so passe.
Well, they were going to fly to Mars. They were going to Elon Musk.
Well, I thought Elon was going to put that. What do they call those?
Well, he's still planning on sending a bunch of stuff.
What?
He's still planning on sending a bunch of stuff up there.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
So, what do you think about Campbell's soup? Did you stock up on your Campbell's soup?
Nope.
What happened to Campbell's soup?
I bought it today. They're using lab-grown meat.
Well, I'm just using the cream of chicken. It has no meat in it, so.
Yeah, and the CEO got fired, and he said he wouldn't feed his kids Campbell's soup. I will never eat Campbell's soup again.
No, I don't. Lab-grown meat should be illegal.
And here's the thing. I won't ever eat canned soup again, probably, especially if it's got meat in it, because you can't tell me they're the only ones that got caught.
Yeah.
You can't tell me everybody else isn't doing it.
It puts all kinds of products in question, because that stuff's going to be cheaper, and hey, nobody's looking.
Oh, yeah.
And
here's the thing. It also has to come down to the FDA.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But apparently, if you look at some of the meat that's packaged by the butchers, a lot of times that's lab-grown meat, and it'll say on there somewhere. I haven't ever checked, but
I have never seen that.
Yeah, I read a thing that said, I don't know what state it was, but they had it in.
Oh, you mean at the store, at the grocery store?
Yeah.
Okay. When you say butcher, I'm thinking the butcher.
No,
we have butchers.
Like the little,
but at the grocery store, butcher guy. Yeah.
Well, I
no, I would buy that. I would buy that. What'd you say?
Tyson Foods, their chickens they're live. Yeah. They are chickens. You go in there, they're chickens.
They pump them full of so much shit, though.
But the thing is, though, they don't have a sex. They are sexless chickens.
Weird.
There are no male or female. There's no roosters. There's no hens.
Weird.
They're just chickens.
What's the point of that? Are they like they're
breeding to slaughter them?
Yeah, that's how they're grown. That's how they go up there. They got a process. Once they hatch them, they take them to a farm, which has the houses, and then they get raised until they get to a certain point, and then they come in, they pick them up, and they take them to where I used to work at.
Yeah,
Cull them, Yeah. The chickens at Tyson Foods they don't have a sex.
It's weird.
But the thing is, though,
they're modifying way too much stuff, and they don't know the effects of that when you ingest
they're technically free-range chickens.
If they've got things inside those chickens that modify their DNA, are they still inside those chickens when you put it in your body? Does it do anything to you?
I don't know.
You are what you eat.
I don't know.
You are what you eat.
All that modification stuff should be illegal to put in the product you put in your body.
Here's my thing. And this just goes the same way as you're saying about Campbell's soup, and I'm never going to eat canned soup again. There's other places that, Walmart, they get their chickens.
Mm-hmm.
They probably have one place that gives them their chickens.
Well, their meat is always up for question, because I can buy a package of hamburger from Walmart, and I can buy a package of hamburger from Mark in town, and his hamburger will go bad in 3 or 4 days if I don't cook it. Walmart's won't even change color.
Now I've actually bought meat from Walmart, like hamburger, and forgot about it. Put it in the fridge and forgot about it, and like 2 days later, it was wrong.
It takes a
It
long
had to
time.
throw.
I don't know. We always freeze it. When we buy it, we throw it in the freezer until we need it.
Right. But I mean, it lasts.
But still, yeah, I'm just saying though, I mean, it could be the same situation as what the Campbell soup situation is with these chickens, these people who are, they all could be doing this.
Right, I think so too.
Unless you get the
they're up
chickens
McDonald's butt all the time.
I mean, they modify
your own
vegetables too.
chickens.
They modify vegetables too, so I mean, it's really all suspect at this point.
No, you're right.
Unless you homestead and you grow your own stuff, that's the only way you're
right.
know.
Now you can buy from, and that's what I try to do around here. I go to Mark's because I know Mark stocks his grocery store local first. With stuff that's in season, he got from farmers around here. Pumpkins, the corn, now there's some things he can't, because we just don't have that around here.
Hey, I got to step away for just a second.
Actually, let's say goodnight.
Okay, cool.
We're at an hour. See you next week.
See you next week.
See you next week.
See you next week.
I'll see you both next week.
See yourself next week.
Word.